initial or subsequent encounter might include things like routine healing, so it's healing normally, or delay healing when it's taking a little bit longer to heal. We could have um, non-union, so the fracture is not healing at all. It's not basically it's not glowing back up. Malunion when it's something it's not it's kind of crooked and it's not attached properly. And then sequela is when something is happening after the fact. So something uh, did not work properly and now it's giving problems. So we had this first um, fracture and now it's kind of causing problems again. So this is how we divide them. Most of them are gonna be like that. So if we were talking about the for example, let's do this one here. We were talking about the first digit or the thumb in your hand. Then you need to first you need to know which one is it. Okay. So in this case, it's fracture of proximal phalanx of thumb. So your thumb has two bones, one that is distal, that is far away, one that is close, that's proximal. So in that one, we're saying the bone that is in like really close to your hand. So that first bone there is called the proximal phalanx of the thumb. So in this case, it's a displaced fracture of the proximal phalanx of the right thumb. So we're gonna use the other hand, uh, and then that is gonna have either an initial encounter if it's open or closed, and they're gonna have those two numbers. So basically, what we're doing is getting to the fracture, getting to the specific code, and then adding a seventh digit for the type of encounter. So if it's an initial or subsequent, and then deciding if it's an open or closed fracture. So the first thing that you need to know is what is the difference between an open and a closed fracture. So an open fracture is when the the skin is open also. So if the skin is broken, meaning that uh, that you the bone cut into the skin, then that is open. If there's no bleeding because the skin is not broken, then we consider that a closed fracture. Again, you don't need to know all of those things. You need to follow what we're asking. So you can have uh, something like this: a displaced fracture of the proximal phalanx of the right thumb, initial encounter for a closed fracture, and that will be your code. Now, in real life, you're gonna have that code for the first time, and then as soon as the patient comes back, you cannot use that code anymore. You have to use, in this case, it was closed, so you need to use one of these ones of the subsequent encounter. So routine healing, for example, if you come every 2 weeks and everything is fine, then next time is this one. But what I'm trying to say is that in fractures, one of the interesting things about fractures is that you can only use the initial encounter code once. So you can never have a second encounter be the initial encounter. So that's interesting because that is different from any other code that we have. So codes for specific initial encounters are gonna be only used once, and of course they're gonna match the initial encounter for the CPT code. So if you have so 3, for example, should match with an initial encounter for a closed fracture, for example. Now, if you've been in that orthopedic surgeon before, then you will not have an initial encounter for the CPT code, but you will have it if you have a new broken bone. So that's kind of semantics, trying to make sure that you understand what the words mean, but just know that you have to follow every single one. So I'm gonna show you this one, and for the people that were taking them yesterday, hopefully all of you were. the code gets kind of nasty in length. Okay, so imagine this is a whole code. I'm gonna put it in the chat also. So you compare it to the ones that we were checking yesterday, then this is a lot more. Okay, in the exam they might have a fracture. I haven't seen a lot of fractures in the recent exams, but if they have one, I want you to have enough of the information to get it. So it is a really long description. Okay, so again, we're not gonna start looking for each word. I want you to go to fracture and then what part, what is the anatomical section of it. So fracture and phalanx in this case is one of the fingers, of the bones of the fingers. That will be the way that you go. So fracture, finger in this case, and then you start looking for the bones, and then you keep following every single thing: initial encounter, close fracture, all of them, until you get to the proper code. But it's a lot of words, and sometimes that will scare you a little bit. So I wanna kind of ease your pain and say, hey, this is simple. Just go to fractures and then go to where it is in the body. Any questions so far about that one? I want to say no.
We need examples.
Yeah, of course we're gonna do it. Practice. This is how we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna stop this one so I can get another one, just so you don't get it from the computer. And let's start with your question, okay?
Fracture, displace fracture, phalanx or right thumb.
Yeah,
Fracture.
Oh, Martha wants to do that one. Okay, Martha, do that one.
Today,
I'm gonna get one for Christian. Christian, I'm gonna get you one.
No, today I will be can participate so much because I still working.
Oh, you're at work. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, but I'm here.
That's perfect. So Martha, just let us know.
Well, I'm in the index.
Okay, so let's
I'm looking for fracture.
Okay.
And it's proximal.
So fracture of what part of the body is the important part now?
Right thumb, the proximal phalanx.
So let's see how you get to it. It's a little bit different, so that's why, again, it's on purpose. Why we doing it this way, okay?
I can see here that it says finger.
Okay, so we go to fracture, okay? Fracture has a bunch of things, right?
Okay. Yeah, but then, well, I have the fracture here.
Okay.
But this is just fracture. But when I go down in the index, it says fracture non-traumatic.
Okay.
Non-traumatic. Okay.
So non-traumatic means that it was not caused by
that bad. That bad?
So then you have pathological. So what we're looking is for traumatic. Probably that's the easiest way to go.
What on this? Right. Right side. Should I work with this? Fracture non-traumatic, right side, but it doesn't say the.
But what are you looking for? What are you looking for? You're looking for finger, right?
Yes.
So go to traumatic, and if we are in the same page, we're starting at page 157.
Non-traumatic or traumatic?
Traumatic.
Oh.
Teacher, the book is ICD-10?
ICD-10, yes.
Yeah, but first I looking for in the fracture, no?
You go to fractures.
Yeah.
Traumatic.
Fractures are gonna be in page 157
See,
or
yeah.
156.
50C.
Traumatic. Okay.
Yeah, and looking for planac, no, phalanx,
Phalanx is
phalanx.
fingers. That's
Yeah.
fingers. But you can do it through fingers. It's the easiest way.
Finger is M97.8.
I
No, because you are in pathological for that.
but
So
I'm
that's
on
what I'm
page
saying.
159.
Oh, you're on 159.
Yes. And I'm in fracture traumatic.
Okay.
And I went down. So I found finger,
Okay.
and it says that is M97.8. I don't know
Where?
if on page 59, on the lower right side of the page. Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
I don't know. I don't know where you are. Okay. So
Traumatic.
traumatic.
Mm-hmm. It says neck,
So if you
cervical.
remember, we are okay. Let me do it like this. We
Okay.
have, it says, displaced fracture of proximal phalanx of right thumb. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are in the index, in the middle, in page 158,
Mm-hmm.
in the uh, in the middle column on the top says
Oh,
fracture
yes.
traumatic, right?
Yes, yes.
And as you go down, it's a finger, right?
Correct.
And if you keep going down, it says thumb at the end. Like not at the end, like three or
Yeah.
four down.
Yeah, I see. I
And it
saw
says
it. So
C
C
fracture
fractured
thumb.
thumb.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So now you keep looking now for thumb. Okay. Yes or no?
C fractured thumb, so I had to go to look for fractured thumb, right?
Correct.
Fractured thumb. Let me see. Um, I don't know. I'm lost.
No, no, just keep going.
STU.
Keep going down. They are in order, in alphabetical order.
Okay. I can find. I don't see it.
Okay. So now let's go to page 161.
61.
161.
Okay.
In the first column, start with fractured traumatic thorax.
Okay.
If you start going down, almost all the way down, it says thumb.
Okay.
And it says
Got it.
distal, displaced, non-displaced, and it says proximal.
Proximal.
Okay.
Proximal phalanx.
So the code that we need to go look for is
S6251.
yes.
teacher, why why traumatic?
Because it does not say pathological or non-traumatic. So the simplest of the fractures is always traumatic.
Oh,
For it to be non-traumatic or pathological, it will have to say those two words.
oh,
Wait a
So
minute.
it's traumatic means from a fall, from in Spanish will be por un golpe.
okay. En este caso, en this case, yo encontré Planax, pero no me dice foot, hand, pero no veo lo que tú le estás explicando.
You're looking for thumb. Okay, so you still have to continue.
Ujú.
Because it says finger. But if you go back to finger, it will tell you go to thumb. So
En,
we're in page
en
161.
161 fingers.
No, 161.
Yeah,
Go all the way down in the first column to thumb.
thumb. Yeah,
So
thumb.
that will be S62,
See, the 5,
51.
yeah, 51 or 50
Okay?
or 50.
Well, 51 because it says proximal phalanx, and that's the one that we're looking for.
Oh, yeah.
So
51.
S62. Okay.
62. Okay.
So 6251, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Martha,
I
you
want, but most of them are 6 digits.
yeah. It has to be 7. So you go to page 1065. You go to S62.51. And then there, you're gonna select the next code.
What page is the one that you said?
1065.
Yeah, in the first column. Display fracture of proximal phalanx of right thumb.
I can't find it. I don't know. I'm kind of lost.
Okay, so 1065,
The
page 1065.
third columns.
In the first column, the first one that says is fractured thumb, S62.5.
Okay. 62.5.
Yes. Then under that you have 0.50 and then 0.51. That's what we're looking for.
Okay, I found it. The
Now,
562, 511?
No.
so 511 is displaced fracture or proximal phalanx of right thumb.
Oh, uh-huh.
But it says 7 next to it, right? So that 7 is that it means that it needs an extra digit. Okay. So that's your code, and I'm gonna put it down here in the chat real quick. So it's S62, right?
Mm-hmm.
0.55, no 55,
511.
511,
Yeah.
511, right? But next to it says 7, right? So it means that it needs a 7 digit. So now you have to go back to the first part of the fracture. So now you go to the original number, to the S62. So basically what I'm saying is to go back now to S62. So you go to S62 before the S62, it will tell you there's a little box that says the appropriate 7 character is to be added to each code from category S62.
Oh
That
yeah,
will
it's the table, the pink table that
be
is
the
on
little
page
table
1062.
1062. And
Uh-huh.
now you're gonna select A for initial encounter, B for A for initial encounter open. I mean A for initial encounter close. B for initial encounter open or whatever it is. In ours it says initial encounter
For close
close.
fracture. So it will be A.
So it will be A. So our code will be S62.511A.
A.
Oh.
Well, I think we're gonna need more practice about it because that was
This is
lost.
just yeah, this is a lot. So let me get it real quick. 62. I made it in the computer just for you to see it, but it's the same. Did you say right or left? Right, right?
Right, yes.
So all of that craziness to get that code. You might get one in the exam, you might not. Usually they don't give you those. But it's just a matter of practicing. Okay, let me get another one real quick. Who wants to do the next one? Anyone? Anybody else? Lane, Ita, Kamika, Vanessa, Christian, if you can.
I'll try.
Okay, so Christian, you get the next one. Anything in particular that you want to break? Let's do. Let's go all the way to like the feet or something. Oh, I need. Okay, this is a new. Okay, I have it here. That's the code. That's the code.
That's
No,
the code.
that's the whole thing. Displaced osteochondral fracture of right patella. Initial encounter for fracture type 1 or 2.
Okay. Fracture of display.
Post.
ICD. This shoulder, pero no controlo que
What?
displays.
Remember, you should look for fracture and what
Yeah.
is the anatomical area? What is the thing that is broken?
Os-
Notochondral is an example of
oh
how it's
yeah.
broken. So it's a fracture of the right
Right
patella.
patella, right patella. The keyword in this case is patella, no?
Fracture patella, yes.
Okay.
So tell me what page when you get to it.
Is the patella patella is page 159.
159.
The code is A2.00. No?
That's patella. So now
Yeah.
go down and look at all the options.
Look at the oh.
Go muted, longitudinal, and then osteochondral.
Yeah.
So now you get closer to the
Yeah.
code. What is the code?
Yeah. Mitochondrial.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say what a second. This place is 82.01, no?
Okay. So let's go look for that one in the book.
Is
I always, when I have time, when I'm doing this for real, like I will write it down. I'll write down whatever the code is, like in the index, what page. Then I put the code next to it, and then I go. So I have it, so I don't have to go back and forth with the book. So if I get lost, then I can just go to the page real quick, or use a little sticky note or something to hold the page, so you don't get lost. But we said S82.01.
sentido 01 is page 1090. Sentido 01. Sentido 01, yeah. Display of secondary fracture of right patella. Right patella. Right patella. Inference contract. Yeah. Display right patella is 82.011 and initial encounter for open. B.
B. Okay. So the
The
full
code
term,
the code is S82.011B.
B. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So that looks like it takes a lot of time because they're kind of hard. So just know that those are a little bit more complicated, but you can still get them. Just because it has more words doesn't make it impossible. It just makes it, that you need to know a little bit more on how to look for them. Okay.
Okay.
Good job. Who's next? Mirta, Vanessa, Kamika,
Look, I'm
Spain.
still working on the one Christian was working on.
Okay. Okay. Where are you?
I'm actually at page 156.
Okay.
Fracture of
One
patella.
fifth 156.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. That's where fracture started.
156. Perfect. So let's 156. We're looking for patella, right?
Yes, patella.
So 156. The last the
Calculation.
last code uh, that you have is for pathological. We're looking for traumatic. So traumatic starts in 157. Okay. So on the top says fracture, pathological, and then says fracture, traumatic. Oh, Meta, okay, that's okay. Vanessa, one,
Yes,
157 on the top says fracture, pathological.
yes, I see that one.
Then in bold, the next one says fracture, traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
If we start going down, they start with an A. So acetabulum, and you keep going down. Then you have the B's, all that.
We're looking for, sorry, we're looking, that's my son. We're
That's
looking
okay,
for
that's okay.
patella, right?
We're looking for patella. So you go all the way to page 58, and the top one says femur. Then you go to the next page, and it says ilium. And the next page, 159. But if you continue going down on the third column, going down, you have like right in almost in the middle says patella.
Patella. 159.
159, correct. Third column in the middle.
1, 2, 3.
So it starts with, and the top says neck, then neoplasm.
Neck. I see neck.
Okay, so now go down and look for patella.
Patella. Um, I see plastic disease. I haven't seen patella yet.
You see what? Plastic?
Plastic disease.
Neoplastic. No, no, keep going down. Keep going down.
See fracture. Pathological.
No. Wait. Let me do it this way. Let me do this little trick again. I don't know if I have to mirror the image or not. Okay, 159. Flip that, look at this. Oops. Is it backwards? Yes. Sorry. Okay, here's a book. Page 159. You go all the way. Third column. Kind of in the middle. There's patella.
Oh. S82.
Yep.
Dot 00.
And now read down. And Osteochondral is what we're looking for.
Osteochondrial. Osteochondral. Displays 8201.
There you go. So now we go to that. That's the code that we're looking for. S82.01.
You hear my book flipping? I'm actually all the way in the back. S82. S8201. Okay. S8201. Osteochondral fracture of patella.
Okay, what page is that?
One 1090.
90. Okay. So the 01 next to it says 6. So now you have to go down and check of those options to see which one is the one that we are looking for. Now remember, ours is displaced osteochondral fracture of right patella initial encounter, or type 1 or type 2. So from S82.01, now you go to point 011 or 12 or 13 or 14, and you read them and see which one is the one that we have.
Fracture initial cause for open fracture type. But it says right.
Okay.
So that would be the 82.011.
1, correct. Now next to it says 7. So now you have to go to the table that is on the top, and the 7 digit will be a letter.
Oh Lord, those are.
Well, you're close. You're close.
But when you see the 7, then you have to find something else in the table.
On that table, correct.
When it said top 1 or 2, should we be worrying about looking top 1 or 2?
Yeah. So just go through the letters. The letter A, the B, the C.
Table. What page is the table again? Because I can't even find it right now.
Right, in the same place. It was on top of the code.
Up at the code.
So think about that every code starts with three digits, right? So our 3 digits is S82. So on top of S82 or under S82, you have the table. It's exactly on the page that you were. Go to page 1090 again.
Yeah, I'm in 1090.
Okay, so there's there's a little box that is a different color on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's the codes, all the way from A to S.
Hold on, so what am I, okay, after I find that code, what am I looking for right now with the 7 with the check next to it?
Okay, so now you're looking for what letter matches what you have. So it's on top of the code. But now look for A, B, read what each one says.
Oh, okay. Initial for open, I'll say B.
Yeah, because it has initial encounter for open fracture type 1 or 2.
Okay, I was
So
looking for the table content.
what will be the whole code?
Um, After the S 82 is that right? S 82.011B.
B, perfect. That whole code that has 7 digits. That's the whole code.
Oh Lord.
Oh, don't worry.
So 7 digits, Professor, for all the when it comes to fractures.
Yeah, most of the fractures have 7 digits. There's a
Okay.
few others that have 7 fractures, but fractures for sure. All of the fractures have 7.
Okay.
Now, I want you to I want to introduce you to another thing that is called a placeholder. Let me get one that has a nice one. I mean, this one is the best one, but it's just kind of weird. Actually, let's do it. Who else? Rita said that she does not have her. Okay, Clay and Kamika, you want to try this one? Or if not, we're going to give it back to Vanessa.
I'll go.
Oh, there you go. And I saw both of you at the same time. So if it's Lane, you're next, and then Kamika, you're after, okay? I like it. I like it. Okay, so
No
good thing.
problem.
Say that again?
Also, I was saying no problem, but I was letting you know that Monique was in and she texted me and told me that it kicked her out and for some reason it won't let her back in.
I saw her, but then I don't know.
Yeah, she said it kicked her out and it won't let her back in.
Oh, let me see if I can do anything while we check for this one. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, I think I can. Let me put this up, and then I'll try to like send her an invite if it's as a. Yeah, I think I can do it. Let me see if I can do it this way. Uh, uh, okay, so this is the next one factor of nasal bone initial encounter for a closed fracture.
All right.
So that means that's a broken nose.
I'm on page 159.
159. Let's follow you.
That's 02.2.
Jesus Christ. 59. Page 59, and you said
That's 02.2.
nasal, CO2.2.
Yes.
Perfect. Excellent. Now let's find that one in the pages.
Okay.
All right, first lane moving fast.
There you go. I was talking too much while she was actually probably looking for it. That's good. That's what you need. You need to keep going because this is in the exam. It's gonna be fast.
All right.
Well, the faster you do it, the better because the more time you have for something else.
So now. 02.2. So I'm on page 995.
995, all the way in the bottom.
And for 995.
And that's it. When you go to the next page, you go like, oh, okay, what happened?
Yeah, there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. So that is your code. S02.2.
Mm-hmm.
but next to it, it says 7. So that means that you need 7 digits. And
Okay.
you only have 4.
So that's gonna be S0 point. I'm sorry, S02.2
And then
A.
you have to look for a letter. In your case, what did we say? Close.
It's gonna be
A.
A.
Okay. But look what happened if I do it like this. And you're
Mm-hmm.
perfectly fine. S 02.2. And if you put the A
Mm-hmm.
there, what happened? If I put the A there, come on. The A is in the fifth spot, not in the seventh. And we need 7. So let me introduce to you guys a thing called placeholder. Okay?
Oh,
A placeholder is an X. So I say S02.2, and that's digits 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I put X, X, and then the A. Look how it goes now. So the A is in the seventh spot.
okay. Okay.
So what we're doing is separating the terms from or putting X's in the terms that we don't have anything. So the 7 digit is at the seventh spot. And again, that's kind of a new thing. So that's what I'm showing it to you guys. Let me show it to you in the computer so you see how it looks. It looks exactly the same, but okay. So fracture nasal bone initial encounter for closed fracture. So this is how it looks. We need a 7 digit. That 7 digit has to be in the seventh spot. But we only had one, two, three, 4. So we have to put 2 X's in order to have the A in the seventh spot. So if you have 5 digits and then you need a seventh digit, then you have to put 1 X. You might have to put 2 X's or 3 X's, whatever it is. But the X is for to hold the spot. So the last digit, excuse me, the last digit, the letter, it's in the seventh spot. You're gonna see that a few times. That's why I show you that one. Yes, no, maybe. That's kind of complicated, but Amiga, what do you want? You want to punch someone in the face? Do you want to break their back? What do you want?
Nasal bone. Fracture of nasal bone.
Mm-hmm.
S 02.
We good? No? Martha, you were talking?
Was just going over through everything. Yeah, just
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Kamika, this is gonna be yours.
I don't. I was. My computer died and I just got back in. So are you talking to me?
Damn.
Okay.
I see you twice. That's okay. I'm gonna put it in the chat for you, okay? It's gonna be. There you go. Can you see the chat, right? There you go. Jeez, you are 3 times.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
I see it.
So let's look for it.
So I start with fracture,
Fracture of what?
a non-displaced fracture.
Well, that's a description of the fracture. What is the part of the body that is fractured?
Oh, the how do you say it? Calcaneus?
Calcaneus, yes, calcaneus. That's on your foot.
I'm saying no callus mean are on your feet. So
Kind of. You can do it like that. Yes.
question:
Go ahead.
why does some of it say fracture pathological and then some of it says
So,
fracture
so if
traumatic?
it doesn't say pathological or non-traumatic, you have to assume that it's traumatic.
Got it.
Traumatic is like I hit you, you get punched or kicked, or and then the bone
Mm-hmm.
breaks. You fall. Non-traumatic, it's something different. It's something that happened without that trauma, without the hit, without whatever. Pathological, it's something else. Is when the bone is weakened because of something else. So the 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 rule of thumb is if it does not say anything, it's traumatic.
Got it. So on page 157,
157.
I see it says calcaneus, but then it says C
Fracture,
fracture,
tarsal.
tarsal, and
Okay.
calcaneus
So now
carpal.
go to tarsal now. Go to fracture, tarsal. You are now at fracture calcaneus. You have to go to fracture tarsal.
Tarsal.
Those are the bones in your feet.
But then it also say I can go to calcaneus carpal
What?
next to tarsal.
Oh,
No,
carpal. Tarsal with a T.
no. Right. Tarsal with a T. It says C fracture. It says tarsal. And then it says calcaneus
In
carpal
that
bone.
order. So now you go to fracture, tarsal,
Oh,
and under tarsals, look for calcaneus. That's what it's saying.
got it. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I understand what you're saying. So it's saying now go to this one, and then this one, like in that order.
Got it.
You are already in fractures, so now go to tarsals.
Metal. Tarsal bones.
Mm-hmm.
And then calcaneus.
Correct.
And then it says initial encounter for, I mean, right calcaneus.
But if you are at calcaneus,
Uh-huh.
what is the code there?
S92.00.
There you go. Now that's the code that we need to look for.
Oh, okay. What did I say? S92?
S9200. That's
92. Okay.
so now you are at S9200, the fracture of calcaneus.
And then it was S9200, so it says unspecified fracture of
Do you have a
calcaneus.
specific calcaneus that is broken? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. What part of it?
Right.
Right, but also what part of it?
Oh, what part?
Just body. So non-displaced fracture of the body of the
Body.
right calcaneus.
So then fracture of the body is 92.01.
Okay.
And then displaced fracture of the right. Oh no, non-displaced. My
Non-displaced,
fault.
correct.
So that's 92014.
That is non-displaced fracture of the body of the right calcaneus. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our
And this,
that's our number, but it says 7 next to it, right?
yes.
So now you have to go up to the little box and select A, B, D, G, whatever, one of those letters to match whatever it says there.
It'll be letter B.
Letter B because it says initial
Initial
encounter.
encounter for open fracture.
Oh, correct. Let me show
So
it.
we will put S92.04. I'm sorry, 014B.
014B, correct. Let me show it to you here.
Okay.
And that's the whole thing. That's the whole code. So it's a lot, but now that you know how to look for the other ones, this one is kind of simpler. We understanding everyone? We getting this?
Yes.
Anyone wants to try another one real quick? I think get one real quick for you. Peace. Yeah, I got one for you guys. Anyone wants to try? Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's simple enough that just by kind of trying it. But I will give you assignments on all of this, so you will be able to practice. So you should be able to do it properly. Okay, so who wants to try this one? Amiga, just went.
I'll go.
Okay, there you go. Miss Lane, second round. So, unspecified non-displaced fracture of the fifth cervical vertebrae, subsequent encounter for fracture with routine healing. So, what's broken?
Um, I'm on page 159.
159.
S12.400.
S. Okay. S. 12.
0.400.
400. Fifth. Displace. I mean, non-displaced, remember. So 401 instead of 400?
Oh, no. How about that? It's gonna be S12.491.
491. No. Go up, go up, go up.
S12.401.
You go. Absolutely right. Because it says cervical, fifth, and then it says non-displaced. The other one says specific type, and then non-displaced. This one says non or unspecified. So you're good. S2, S12, 401. So S12, 401.
Page 1007.
Correct. It says S12.401 says what?
This is subsequent encounter for fracture with routine healing. It's gonna be S 12401 D.
Letter D, correct. Excellent. And fast. So here you go. Here's how it looks. Unspecified, non-displayed fracture of fifth cervical vertebrae. Subsequent encounter for fracture with routine healing. S12.401D. So again, they keep getting easier because now you kind of know how to do it, but we need practice because if not, it's really hard. Very good. Good job. Good job. Let's go back to the top. This next one. No.
Let me do other.
So I have an interesting one for you.
Give me, give me.
So uh, not only fractures have this. I told you that fractures for sure, but some other things also have 7 digits. Example of this is what we're gonna show here. This is shoulder dislocation. Nope, I put the same thing. I didn't copy it. My bad. Okay, for you, Christian. So what's happening there? Now it's on a fracture.
It's fracture, no? Okay.
No fracture.
No.
Now it says anterior subluxation of right humerus, subsequent encounter. So what's happening there is a subluxation,
So let's just
not a dislocation.
soup. Let me check. All right. Soup. Soup. Subluxation. I found subluxation, but
Now what happened? Oh no! Remember, all of these ones are on purpose. Remember, I said this is a shoulder dislocation.
hmm.
Shoulder dislocation.
Yeah. Espérate. Oh yeah. Shoulder. I got it.
Okay, so shoulder.
Shoulder. And there is another right humeral.
What page are you?
Is 307.
Okay.
The column, the second column.
Second column, all the way in the bottom, shoulder.
Shoulder.
What else are we looking for? Look at the question.
Yeah. right on the counter. So no anterior. Anterior is 43.01, no?
Okay, so let's look for that number.
S4301.
S43.01.
S4301.
S43.
Is page 1038.
38.
Unspecified sublation of right shoulder joint.
So
Subsequent encounter.
So you have
D.
S43.01, right?
D.
Wait, so what will be your number? The whole number.
Is S
S.
43.001 D.
001 says unspecified.
Right.
Of right shoulder.
Right.
Remember, you have anterior.
Anterior. Oh yeah, I got it.
You had it before. So that's why I tell you always to write that number just in case. So you were supposed to look for S43.01.
1
1
1
1. There you go.
and D.
And letter D.
Because it's subsequent encounter.
Encounter. So let's take the top here. And this is how it is. Anterior subluxation of right humerus, subsequent encounter, S43.011. Let's see, Wells, I think Marta and Vanessa, one more each one.
I'll go.
Let's punch someone in
I'm
the
here.
chest. Let's punch someone in the chest. Let's see, break a rib.
Can you hear me?
No, now.
I said I'll go the next one.
Okay, so yes, so I did. Let me go here. No, I don't want any of these things. I want mine. There you go. So we punch someone. This looks like they hit someone with a bat. So we have a patient that was hit with a bat, chest, and the diagnosis is multiple fractures of ribs in the right side, initial encounter for open fracture. As you describe that, imagine someone bleeding from the chest because the ribs broke and poked the skin and have multiple fractures in the ribs. It'd be a car accident too, though.
Is it easy to look for multiple fractures or?
Fracture ribs. Fracture
I was
ribs.
just about to say fracture. Okay, fracture ribs.
Fracture ribs. Kind of the same. So it's what's happening and where? The same principle. We got two fractures. traumatic. I hit someone with a bat.
Sorry about that. I have to.
Hey, that's okay.
Isaiah. Sorry, I'm back.
Okay. So tell us where you're looking and what page and what you.
Right now, I'm just on page 158, going down looking for fracture ribs.
Ribs, correct.
Here looking. Okay, so I find ribs
Okay.
on
What page?
page 160.
160.
S22.3
Okay. And under it, what does it say?
with flail chest and flail
No, 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 no. Multiple, right?
back.
Because we have multiple fractures. So
Oh, oh, I see
rib
multiple.
and then multiple, correct? So now that's the number that we're looking for. S.
S22.4.
For S22.4.
22. From
Okay.
2202, it went to 08. I don't see like 03, 04.
But it's not 08. It's
S 22 4.
4. So after 08 is 2. After 2 is 3 and then 4.
Are you on page 1014?
15.
Oh, okay. Because I started to look on with 1014. I see 22. And it just after 02, it went to 08. And I didn't see 04. Okay. It's 22 04. Was it 04? Because I left the page. S22
Yeah, 04. Not 04. My bad. S22.4.
4. So if I find 04, then that's not it?
No, it's not 04. You are at 04. Keep going. 05, 06, 07, 08, and on the next column is S22 2. We're looking for S22 4. What page are you on?
1015.
1015. Let me show you. Jesus Christ. 1015, we're on the same page. On the top, right hand side, S22 2, S22 3, S24 22 4.
Multiple fracture of ribs.
There you go. And we're looking for multiple fracture of ribs, right side, initial encounter for open fracture.
So it would be 22.41.
41. But next to that it says 7, right?
Yes.
So we need to get a 7 digit. So go all the way back to the beginning of S22. That's going to be in page 1014.
14, initial counter. So that would be the 12.
Okay.
It would be
Now,
20 S22.41.
41, look at it. I'm going to put it in a chat. That has 5 digits. We need to put the letter B in the 7th. So it will be S22.41 X B. Yes? The letter has to be in the 7th spot. And you only have 5, so you add an X to hold that place and then put the B after. So the B is in the 7th spot.
So if it's missing, whenever we're doing fractures, it's a 7 digits. If we're missing a number, we just put the X.
Put the X, correct. And let's see if you got it right. If you got it right, this is what we should have here. And yep, that's correct. S22.41X, placeholder B. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
So when would we do the go over the answers for the midterm?
I have one student having trouble submitting it after that, so Monday probably. Not Monday, whatever, the next class, Tuesday. Because we've already covered CPT, HIC-PICS, and ICD. Completely covered. Now it's just get ready for the exam, going over all those things that we've done, uh, and also some practices I'm going to take with this.
Okay.
Okay? Anything else? Anybody else? Any questions?